Next test is ANOVA. Now, ANOVA is used whenever we have to compare more than two means. So, it is also called as hypothesis testing for more than two means. So, whenever we have to compare more than two means, then we are going to use ANOVA. Now, these are the steps we have to follow. First step is we have to set up our hypothesis. So, null hypothesis will be all means are equal. So, we are going to assume that all means are equal. So, alternative will be at least two of them are not equal. Okay. So, second step here we have to compute means and standard deviation for each class. So, suppose we have 4 classes, then we have to calculate mean as well as standard deviation for each of these 4 classes. Okay. These are the usual formulas. Then once we have means and standard deviation for each class, we have to compute x bar, mean of all these observations. Okay, and it is given as 1 upon n summation of all these values. Okay, or all these means. Suppose, for example, suppose we have 4 means, then summation of all these means is nothing but this x bar. Okay, and we are denoting the previous means of each class by xi. Then third step, we need to obtain between classes sum of squares. It is denoted by BSS, between classes sum of square, and it is given up as n1 into x1 bar minus x bar. So this will be for first class, then x2 bar minus x bar, and so on. Okay. And fourth step, we have to obtain mean of this between classes sum of square. So it is nothing but between classes sum of square, the value what we obtained in the previous step, this BSS, between classes sum of square, and then we have to divide it by degrees of freedom, and that is nothing but mean of between classes sum of square. Then fifth step, we need to obtain within classes sum of square. Okay. So the previous one is between classes sum of square, and then this is within classes sum of square. So this will be summation of all the xij's minus xi bar squares. So summation of all the xi minus xi bars. Then next is we have to calculate mean of within classes sum of square, that is within classes sum of square upon degrees of freedom. Now once we have within classes sum of square and between classes sum of square, we need to obtain statistic f, that is between classes mean of between classes sum of square divided by mean of within classes sum of square, and it is asymptotic to f statistic. Okay, with degrees of freedom. And next is we need to find critical value using the table. Okay, with respect to the degrees of freedom k minus 1 and n minus k. And the last one is we have to write the conclusion based on this critical value with desired level of significance. Let's solve this problem. Now here we have to test the hypothesis that the average number of days of a patient is kept in the 3 local hospitals A, B and C is the same. Okay. Now a random check on the number of days that 7 patients stayed in each hospital reveals the following. The number of days of 7 patients stayed in these 3 hospitals is given. We need to check that the average number of days of the patient kept in these 3 hospitals is same. So in this case we have to check means of the 3 different hospitals. So we have to check that whether the average number of days stayed by this patient is same or not. So first thing we have to set up our null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So we are going to follow these steps. The first step is we have to set up our hypothesis. It's null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So first null hypothesis. Now in this case, null hypothesis will be mu1 is equals to mu2 equals to mu3. So the average days stayed by the 7 patients in all these 3 hospitals is same. So the average number of days stayed by patient in each of these 3 hospitals are equal. So our alternative hypothesis it is H1 will be at least 2 of these are not equal. At least 2 are not equal. Okay. Now second step, we have to compute the means and standard deviation for each class. Let me copy this data again. So this is what we have. These are the number of days of the 7 patients. Now we have to calculate mean of each class. Okay. So let me denote this as x1, this as x2 and this as x3. Okay. So we need to calculate total of this. The sum of the first case is 41, second case it is 35 and in third case it is 34. Now we need to calculate mean of these classes. So first is x1 bar, it is 41 upon 7 which is equals to 5.86. Mean of second class 35 upon 7 which is equals to 5 and mean of third class is 34 upon 7 which is equals to 4.86. So we got mean of all 3 classes. Now we have to find standard deviation for all these 3 classes. The formula for standard deviation is 1 upon ni into summation of xij minus xi bar whole square. So first thing we need to calculate this xij minus xi bar whole square, right? So if this will be x1j, x2j, x3j. Here x1j, x2j and x3j. So first thing we need to calculate x1j minus x1 bar. Okay, and then take square of each of this. Next will be x2j minus x2 bar, then x3j minus x3 bar. So this is of the first class, second class and third class, or we can say of first hospital, hospital A, hospital B and hospital C. Let me just calculate this. So first is 8 minus 5.86. Okay, this 8, here 8 minus mean, that is 5.86, which is equals to 4.5796. Let me just calculate this and get back. Okay, so these are x1j minus x1 bar whole square. So I already calculated this. Now we just have to find sum of this. The sum of the first one is 50.8572. This is the second one, x2j minus of the hospital B upon x2 bar, and this is 3 bar. Okay. So the sum of this is 38 and the sum of the last one is 58.8572. Now we have to calculate standard deviation. Now S1 square is nothing but summation of x1j minus x1 bar whole square. Right? So this value which is 50.8572 divided by 7. Standard deviation of the second one is 38 upon 7 and of the third one is 58.8572. Sum of all this, right? The third values divided by number of terms, that is again 7. So this is going to be, so approximately this will be 7.265. It is standard deviation of the first class or the hospital A. Standard deviation for the second class or hospital B will be 5.42, and for the third one or the hospital C is going to be 8.40. Now the next step, here we have to calculate x bar. It is summation of all these means, okay, divided by n. So x bar is 1 upon n summation of j x I j, right? So it is 1 upon n summation of i's and all these terms. So let me directly take this instead of calculating it again. So the first mean what we have is 5.86, the second one is 5 and the third one is 4.86. The total in this case is 110. The total number of terms we have is 21, that is 7 from each class. So 7 plus 7 plus 7, which is equals to 21. So after dividing this, what we are getting is 5.24. So our x bar in this case is 5.24. Now next step, third step, we have to calculate sum of squares between classes. Okay, so we need to calculate our third step, sum of squares between the classes. It is denoted as BSS. The formula for BSS is given as n1 x1 bar minus x bar whole square plus n2 x2 bar minus x bar whole square and so on. Let me just copy this first. x1 bar minus x bar whole square, n2 x2 bar minus x bar whole square, n3 x3 bar minus x bar whole square. Okay, so our n1 is 7, x1 bar mean of the first class is 5.86 and the total mean is 5.24 and square of this. Similarly, n2 is also 7, x2 bar is 5 and the total mean is 5.24, again square of this. Even for third case, n3 number of terms are 7 again and x3 is 4.86 minus total mean, that is 5.24 and square of these terms. Now we just have to simplify this. So this will be 7 into 0.3844 plus again 7 into 0.0576, okay, plus again 7 into 0.1444. Okay, now multiply this. So after multiplying, what we are getting is 2.6908 plus 0.4032 plus 1.0108, which is equals to 4.1048. Okay, so this is sum of squares between the classes. Now we have sum of square between the classes, then we need to calculate mean sum of squares between the classes, that is sum of square between the classes divided by number of degrees of freedom. So fourth step is calculating mean sum of squares between the classes, right? Mean sum of squares between the classes, which is equals to sum of squares between the classes upon degrees of freedom. The sum of squares between the classes is 4.010, okay, approximately taking this as 4.10, and number of terms are 7, so 7 minus 1, so this will be 4.10 divided by 6. Sorry, this is degrees of freedom with respect to between the classes, right? Sum of square, since this is sum of square between the classes, this K is number of classes and we have three classes, okay, 3 hospitals, so 3 classes, so this will be 3 minus 1, which is equals to 2, so this is 2.05. 2.05. So mean of sum of squares between the classes is 2.05. So we are done with fourth one. Now fifth step, we need to obtain the sum of squares within the classes. Okay. So fifth step, now sum of squares within the classes is given as summation of xij minus xi squares. Okay. Now it is nothing but these squares, this, okay, here, sum of all these terms, right? Because we already have this, I am directly copying these terms. The first one is 50.8572, the second one is 38, right, and the third one is 58.8572, which is equals to 147.71. So now we got sum of squares within the classes. So next step, sixth step, is we need to calculate mean of sum of squares within the classes. Okay. So mean of sum of squares within the classes is given by sum of squares within the classes upon degrees of freedom, that is n minus k. Now mean sum of squares within the classes is 147.71. Now n, that is total number of terms, are 21 and the number of classes we have 3. K is 3, so this will be 147.71 divided by 18, okay, which is nothing but 8.21. So we got our mean of sum of squares between the classes and mean of sum of squares within the classes. So the next step is we have to calculate statistic f, that is between classes, mean of sum of square between the classes divided by mean of sum of square within the classes. So the seventh step here is calculating statistic f, that is mean of sum of squares between the classes upon mean of sum of squares within the classes. So between the classes we have 2.05 and within the classes it is 8.21, which is equals to 0.25. Now the eighth step is finding the critical value, but in this case critical value is already given. The critical value for degrees of freedom 2 and 18 at 5% level of significance is given as, okay, over here, sorry, the critical value of f for degrees of freedom 2 and 18. So this is within the classes, okay, between the classes, and this is within the classes. So at 5% level of significance is given as 3.5. Okay, so the value for critical value is already given, that is 3.55. So we don't have to calculate it, so we can directly go for the next step. Now our f in this case is 0.25 and the value is given as 3.55. Now since our value of f is less than 3.55, okay, so it comes in acceptance region, okay, therefore we have to accept our null hypothesis, okay, and accepting null hypothesis means mu1 is equals to mu2 equals to mu3, that is average number of stays of this patient in all three hospitals are equal. So what we are saying here is mu1 is equals to mu2 equals to mu3, that is it is average number of days patient kept in these hospitals is same. So this is your conclusion, that average number of days a patient kept in any one of these hospital is same. So all these hospital is same.